going on, Half Chrome? Today we're talking KingKong Micro FPV quads. These things are awesome. This is probably one you may be familiar with. It is the KingKong 90 GT. This was their first model. This thing is super fun, super fast. You're going to want to check those out. Then they upped it and came out with a 95 and a 110. The 110, that's this guy here. This is the biggest, the baddest, and the fastest of the three. So we're going to tell you a little bit more about them. We're going to zip them around. You're going to see some FPV video from them. And we're going to compare and contrast the three different models. Now, why do you want brushless? Well, these brush drones, they just can't cut it. Even this guy, which is one of my favorites, can run on a 2S battery. It just doesn't have the punch that one of these things have. Why do you not want a big quad, right? You're running a 250, you forget to turn the motors off, you could lose a finger, right? You don't want that. So these guys, they give you a lot of that power and that fun. You can fly them acro, you can do tricks, you can race them, and they're a whole lot safer, right? And they last a whole lot longer than these brush motor quads. So let's get to it. All right, let me tell you what's different about these. The 90, the smallest, the lightest, the 110, the biggest, and the heaviest, they all have the same flight controller, camera, and transmitter. Where they differ is with the ESCs. The 95 and 110 have 10 amps, meaning you can run 3S batteries. We'll talk more about that later. And then the 110 actually gets bigger motors, bigger props, so you can get a little bit more power. All right, it is KingKong 110 GT time. This is actually the first time my buddy Francis has flown this thing. Francis from Good Venture Drones. And you can see he's really not taking it easy right off the box. That's because this thing comes tuned pretty darn good right out of the factory, so you can get going. Okay, so this 110 is a blast to fly. The kids love watching it, but the issue is the battery just isn't powerful enough. You need to be running a 3S on this thing. On punch-outs, sometimes you lose a video transmission. It's never a good thing, right? And that's actually what is about to happen here. All right, it is 95 GT time, and as you can see, we're using the Android FPV viewer. If you don't know what that is, it's an OTG FPV receiver. It plugs into your Android phone and it works fantastic. You can record, you can fly. A lot of times I give it to my kids so they can watch me, but cheap $25 investment. Now this 95 rips through these turns, as you can see. Gosh, I wish this was me flying, but this is Francis again from Good Venture Drones ripping through these trees like nobody's business. Now, we haven't talked about the original KingKong 90 GT. Now, that thing is still a beast. It's a classic. This thing is a lot of fun to fly. Doesn't have the upgrades in the 95 and the 110, but you still can't go wrong with it.